You guys seemed to enjoy Newgrounds last time, so I wanted to show you some more. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the Reconnaissance module, and I will show you a little bit around, okay? So, the PenTest lifecycle. Every pro PenTest follows a structured process. Skip steps and you miss vulnerabilities. Rush straight to exploitation, it will spend hours on things that solid recon would have surfaced in minutes, right? And it kind of shows you how a typical flow could look like, okay? There's a lot of different life cycles that you could take a look at, but this is one that is pretty typical, okay? You can read all of this, and then at the bottom, we will do some practical things, like some very basics. So we have the terminal on the right side right there. We can adjust this as we want. We can also toggle this in if we want to as well. So next thing, we're gonna go to the workspace. So Newgrounds is pretty much designed to take you from someone who's a complete beginner, very uncomfortable with all of these things, and just have a more gamified way to learn, right? List everything you created, run this. And now you can see that we created a directory. We created several under PenTest. We then went to PenTest, and now we're listing all of the contents in PenTest, and we have created several different directories, okay? We can go to Recon. We can see that we are, in Recon now. And there we are. And just like that, we're on to challenge 2 under the PenTest lifecycle, okay? So, confirm who we are running as. We are running as root in this current context. We can also see that with ID. And we can take a look at the host names of this machine, okay? You can also take a look at their IP, like so. So this is their ETH interface, and this is the TON interface. So log your targets. We can once again go to Recon. And we can take this IP right here. That would be the quote-unquote targets, right? We can see we made this IP right here under targets. So in the PenTest lifecycle, what comes after scanning and enumeration? Okay, we can go back up here. Scanning enumeration. So active scan, post scans, this would be exploitation. Awesome. And just like that, we are already done with this lesson right there. So let's continue to the passive recon. Okay, so we can see that we have a lot of awesome things we can learn right here. These are some common passive recon sources like whois, lookups, Jordan is an amazing one, census. You can take a look at domains with certificates like this. You can dork, and there's a lot of different resources that can be used for passive recon. So we can read a little bit about DNS records and stuff like this. And these are some Google Docs that you could do, right? This is just a fictional target.com, but you get the point. You could definitely do this to find sensitive data that you can definitely do. All right. Do whois lookup to see who is registered on this domain. So you can run that, and we get this output awesome. Keep in mind this is a bit simulated, but this will be a very fun and gamified way for you to learn. And the point of Newgrounds is more or less to take you from a complete beginner, right? We can see that this is the first time. I'm just going to skip the tour. From a new beginner learning Linux, you can learn networking, you can learn how to set up VMs and hypervisors and stuff like this, the basics. And then we are doing the offensive cyber at the moment, and then you can take the complete OSCP course. Right, so this is just if you enjoy this structured way of learning and you want something a lot more gamified, okay? Or OCP course is structured quite differently, but we wanted to have this just to see what you guys think. And it's completely free to try out until 1st of July, so definitely make sure you click the link down below and give it a try and let us know how you find it. So we run whois on Google. We see all of this output, right? We can see the domain name, the registrar, the name service and stuff like this. We can do the same thing with DEG. And then we can take a look at the A records and the corresponding IP. Same thing with the NS lookup. You can take a look at whois on Tesla. And it's very nice you just copy paste like so to make it very easy, right? The same thing if you want to take a look at the name service itself. So we could do the same thing right here. And this just makes it very fast and very enjoyable way to learn if you enjoy this type of gamified way of learning. Because we definitely just want feedback and see how you guys respond to learning and what you find the most enjoyable, right? So we have a complete OSCP roadmap as well, or a complete OSCP course that's over 30 hours of video content and a bunch of cheat sheets and a bunch of checklists and action steps, and pretty much everything that you need to crush the OSCP, from recon to post-interpretation to reporting to the exam itself, and literally everything. So yeah, why is passive recon preferred as the first step? So let's take a look. Why would that be the case? Also because straight to scanning, to fire up Nmap before they know anything about the target. Get nothing useful and wonder what happened. Passive recon is what you do first, but why is that? You get enter from DNS, certificate logs, search engines, and job posting without sending a single packet to the server, right? So this is pretty much why. It allows you to be a lot more stealthy. And also, if you need hints, you can click here. And also, if you just want to find a solution and you're a bit unsure and you just want to continue to learn, right? Then you can also hit the solution. But let's see. The target cannot detect or log passive recon activity. It's faster. It can be quite fast as well. And yeah, I would say it's this one. And that is correct. Awesome. So now we can go to active scanning, right? So once again, we have a ton we can read here if we want to. And we can also toggle these if you want to. Shows us some common flags when it comes to Nmap. So yeah, let's see what this wants us to do. So it wants us to run a ping sweep. This is how you run a ping sweep with Nmap, by the way, with the flags -SN. And then on this entire network range, right? And then we can see that we found several hosts that are up on this network. Yeah? So what the Nmap flag saves output in all three formats simultaneously. Let's see. This one right here writes 3 files at once, Nmap, XML, and GNmap. So let's do dash OA like so. And awesome. Run a fast scan across all ports to see what's open. So let's do that. And we can see that we have some common services up, right? 22, 80, 443. We have a SQL open as well, and some form of proxy running on 8080. And then something right here that is unclear, that the Nmap is not easily able to fingerprint. So now we are running with service enumeration and default scripts on these specific ports. And we can see we're getting a little bit more data than this default stuff right here. This output right here is pretty much just Nmap doing what it thinks that this service is typically associated with, right? When you just run it without any form of version fingerprinting, it's pretty much just going to take a guess, but these are default ports running at the default services, so this is pretty much accurate. But you could, of course, change SSH to be technically any port, right? If you want it to be tricky, you could put SSH on like port 80, even though it doesn't make sense. Your full port scan found something unusual on port 31337 for a script scan on it to grab the service banner. So we can see that we find a little cheesy port called Elite Netcat, and we get a flag. So let's put that in, and awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. So let's go on to the next lesson. So, let's see. Web enumeration. So now we're going to learn some very common techniques that is being used when it comes to web enumeration. This is a very important step. So we can check out robots.txt, for instance. Sometimes this robots.txt is typically designed for preventing crawlers, where it specifies who can and cannot crawl, but of course as attackers we don't necessarily have to care about this. And sometimes it tells us useful information like which folders that it disallows, and we can use this to take a look at, oh, admin is open, we definitely want to have a look. So, go was your found backup listed in robots. Run a directory scan to see what else is there. So we can see that we once again found admin, login, and uploads, and backup as well. So that is awesome. And then you can also run Nikto. You can just press right here to copy to make it nice and easy. So Nikto is very simple to run. You can pretty much just run it like this. Specify the host and the IP, and it will just be OK default. And it will do some common checks. And we can get a flag under backup. Let's submit that. And we completed this lesson as well. Lastly, let's take a look at some OSINT tools. Right, we have the harvester, we have Shodan, we have once again certificates. We can take a look at. And there are a lot of resources. This is very similar to the passive recon, right? It's pretty much available information online that we can utilize. So we can pretty much take a look at, let's start here, because that's what it wants us to do. We can also go back, like so if you want to. Use the harvester to gather emails and subdomains for Tesla from all available sources, right? So harvester is a very, very old tool that will try to collect as much data as it possibly can, and it will typically find stuff pertaining to emails and all of this type of stuff. So let's see. We can take a look with Whois on Tesla. We see once again similar information as earlier. And now we can also use GoBuster to take a look at DNS again. So you can also use a lot of different tools like this, like Sub500 and FF, etc. And we can see that we are seeing some subdomains. Once again, this is similar to the output, but it will teach you the basics of what you need to know when it comes to these common techniques. And right here we can see forbidden, but we get our flag, right? Awesome. So now we can take out the next lesson, and we are one lesson away from completing the Reconnaissance chapter, okay? So this is pretty much a checklist. You can just check all of this with some beautiful dopamine. And actually make sure that you've learned. And then from here, we can pretty much just copy paste. So this was the ping sweep. This is to check all the ports. This is to do a deeper enumeration with default scripts and fingerprinting with Nmap. This is just to check robots. This is to check with GoBuster for common directories. This is to run a basic Nikto scan. And this is to grab our last flag. So what is our flag? Our flag is chapter 2 complete. Awesome. Let's see. What does passive recon always come before active scanning? That was because it is passive and it doesn't require us to send any active packets, right? It's a lot more OPSEC friendly and stealthy. Which tool specific scans the web server for known CVEs and misconfiguration? That would be probably the Nikto in this case. And awesome. We are done with chapter 2 officially, and we can now move on to exploitation. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, I suggest that you guys try out Newgrounds. It's completely free for now. Link in the description. Give it a try. Hope you guys loved it. Let me know if you want more videos like these. And have an awesome, awesome day of run.